You are now listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report.
Anyway, we can go to the guard play. I mean, let's talk about it, man. I know this we know Castle from UConn is not a guy that
Jalen Tyson, he could be a guard all man. That dude's awesome.
Right.
Just put him on the court.
Devin Carter's another dude that's drawing a lot of work. Rob Dillingham's another dude that's pretty talented. These are very talented players. We had one time we had Nikola Topic that was much talked about guy that's supposed to be a top 3 guy. He slid down considerably. But who do you like, DC, in terms of the guards, man, that's out there? Be available when the Pelicans pick at 21.
If I had to pick one guy, let's see. Who you think is gonna fall? That's what I'm looking at this and I'm like, damn, who that I would want to have? Because I like the kid from Colorado, but they talking about him being top 5 now, man. I like Delton Connect, but now he's moving into the top 10. It's like, man, the wings really at a premium, bro. Like Cody Williams, I like him from Colorado. I like Ron Hollins. I've been doing a lot of looking at bigs. That's primarily what I see the Pels doing. If not big, I see them taking a guard. Jacoby Walter is another dude, but he's not really a guard. But I kind of like him. Tyler Smith definitely still could fit in that spot. I guess that would have to be my number one guy, just realistically looking at who could be there. Because the draft from like 5 to pretty much every position before us, man, it's just filled with wings. One of them could fall out. If I had to pick one of them out of everybody, I think it would be amazing, man, to see Ron Hollins, fall down to us. If we were to get a wing, that would be my favorite guy. He's the guy in the draft with the highest upside. And the dude's still 18 years old. He's another defensive stopper. I like his attitude, his aggression, man. Very athletic. He plays both sides of the ball with a lot of passion. He's a dude that can pretty much do everything, Q, except what? Except shoot. He need a little work on that shot. But would I really see Ron Hollins falling us? That would be pretty much the only wing I would be happy about getting, just because the other guys, I don't think a Cody Williams will fall us. I like him, you know what I'm saying? Very solid player. You know whose brother this is, right? OKC Thunder.
Right.
Will I remind you? I like him. I don't think it's any way in hell that he falls to us, though.
Not.
I don't think Dalton Connect. I like him a lot. This is the dude that can pretty much do it all offensively, Q, and he a sharpshooter. You know what I'm saying? Can shoot on the move, can pull up. He hit him in the clutch. Okay defender, not great. He is 23 years old, so he's right up our alley. Another old player. He come in, got a role. You know what he about to do. He getting busy. You know what I'm saying? But it's been a lot of talk about him being connected to the Spurs now. So I don't know if he falls to us. So I named a few guys, bro. I'm not really big on the wings because I really don't see the Pels drafting the wing. What we doing, and they trying to get rid of wings. We got guys that ain't playing on the wing enough minutes. But if we do get rid of Dice and we lose Najee and we lose B.I., I can see it. We definitely would have to get a wing from somewhere.
Yeah, and the guards, I know the guards, a lot of people like the guards, man. Some of the guards, and I know the Pelicans, ultimately, we're looking for bigs here. And we have Dyson Daniels and Jose Alvarado. But things could change based on how the trade looks, because I know, obviously, the BI trade is something they're looking to do. So if it's BI might be in the package with somebody else, they might move them. So if you're looking for guards, there are a couple of guards. You mentioned KJ Simpson from Colorado, who's a pretty good guard, averaging almost 20 points a game with 5 assists, shooting over 43% from downtown. He's a pretty good one if you're looking for it. A lot of people thinking that he'll be available late in the first round. AJ Mitchell from UC Santa Barbara is another dude. He's a junior. Got a mean game to him as well. Averaged 20 points a game, almost 40% shooting from downtown, 4 assists per contest. Also hustles and gets 4 rebounds. He's another dude that's a good finisher around the rim. Another dude that's interesting as well. And plus, he's like a 6'3" size guard. And when we talk about guards, guys.
So we going to guards now?
Now, yeah, we're just talking guard.
We got to mention one wing. I just left him off because I like him a lot. I think he's possibly in our range, but probably not. And about him going higher too. I just thought you was going to talk about Jason Tyson, so I left it.
Yeah.
If we drafted a wing, but I mean, he kind of, to me, we probably would have him play the two. I mean, he's 6'5", 21 years old, average 19.6 points a game, 36% from three. Almost 7 rebounds a game, almost 4 assists a game, 3.5 assists, man. This dude carried Cal, man. I think he's really a good defender too. That don't get talked about at all. He was their guy, taking all the tough shots. So his defensive game, took a little bit of a hit because of that. True 3-level scorer, projected on here at 33. So this is somebody we could see possibly drop into us. Maybe, but man, if the only thing about him, Q, athletically, I wish he would have a little more gifts. Just don't have supreme athleticism. If he did, man, to me, this dude probably top 5. I ain't seen nothing I ain't like about him. He shoots off the dribble. He attacks the paint viciously. Got a lot of post moves. He can play 2 or point guard, even though he's listed as a forward. This dude is awesome, man. And he was the guy, carrying the team. And I thought he played as well as you could in the situation he was in over there at Cal, man. Very good rebounder. It's like everywhere you look to play basketball, this dude doing something, and he does it pretty good. It's not really a lot of holes in his game other than him. Sometimes you could say maybe he lacked consistency, but he was the guy carrying the team. You know what I'm saying? He shot 55%. His true shooter percentage, which I don't think bad. 36% from three on almost 5 attempts a game. Sometimes he had some turnovers, get a little reckless and stuff like that. But I think I would be happy. Like if we didn't get a big and he fell to us at 21 and we drafted this guy, I would be happy. I am concerned a little bit of him not being athletic, especially after what we've been complaining about with BI, right? So that would concern me a little. But everything else I've seen, it's just too good to pass up. At 21, I think that would be a good spot to take him. So Jason Tyson, man. And we worked him out. It's one of the guys we worked out.
Yeah, he is, man. And I was watching film on this guy. This guy's actually pretty slick, man. Watching his game, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a pretty good chance that the guys, one of these guys,
thank you.
Right. Mm-hmm. Might be one of the guys that we might end up drafting, DC, to be honest with you. Some of these guys that we work out, it's a good chance.
Yeah, if we don't take a big, I could see us drafting him. It will make a lot of sense. He can play 3 positions.
He can. All right, let's move forward. I'm going to hit you with one more big, DC. OC, let me talk about OC a little bit more, man. Iguodala.
I thought you gave up on OC, man.
No, I didn't, bro. But I think that OC could be a guy, like I said, he was a senior. He played the majority of his time there. In terms of, all those years he had a chance to develop. I think another knock on OC is the fact that he's undersized. He's 6'9" and a half. I guess if you
they compare him to Al Horford.
I mean, he has the potential to be something much more depending on where he goes. I don't know about him with the 3-point shoot. I'm going to have to look up his 3-point shooting percentage in terms of being a big that can do that. Because if you're talking about Al Horford can occasionally stretch the defense and then pull up and take a shot at the top of the key. So if, that has to be a part of his game, I have to look up his 3-point shoot percentage because I don't remember him being a high rate 3-point shooter. I remember most of the times.
He's a non-shooter, Q. He's not even good at shooting free throws.
All right, so see, I don't know why they hit you with the shades of L. Holford bullshit. I don't know L. Holford, guy that can actually.
L. Holford do more than shoot threes, man.
Shit, that's a big part of L's game, man. Is that he can hit that three, man. He stretches those defenses. But OC, man, 13 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists per contest. Can run the floor really well. Can screen pretty good. He's a very strong screener there, and he got some hustle in his game as well. So wingspan, DC 6'11". So I mean, it's just amazing. He's 22 years of age, and there's a lot of upside to OC's game. So I mean, he's a player that potentially, I know he's definitely a guy that they're going to have penciled in the second round. So you got a player, if you can get OC, man, you can work with him, man, and kind of develop his game to the level. Because I know a lot of these guys, when they move on to the next level, they have to be able to learn how to at least start taking that 3-point shot. That's a big part of doing what they do. All right, so anyway, we're going to cover a few more of these guards, and then we're going to end the stream on some of our prospects. Another bouncing back to some of the guards, a lot of guys to talk about was Terrence Shannon Jr., the senior from Illinois. He played really well. A guy that averaged 23 points a game for the Illini on 36% shooting from downtown. He's 6'6", 220 pounds, very solid. Has a good wingspan.
Where is he ranked on the board, Q?
Number 23. Oddly enough, number 23. 4 rebounds per contest. Very, very good dude. He good in got a good pace to him. Good in transition. Can handle the ball. He hit almost 80% of his free throw shots. He has some really good athleticism to him. And he's a pretty damn good player. Like I said, good size, solid player, 6'6", 220. And like I said, but his age, he's about 24, almost 24 years of age. So coming into this, Terrence Shannon Jr. could be a person that if you're looking for a guard, a big guard that has the ability to maybe play a little 3 every now and again, Terrence could be a guy that you could ultimately look at. He's a very, very slick defender too, very good.
Shades of Tyreek Evans.
Tyreek Evans, yes. And if you watch the game, man, you put the tape on the Terrence Shannon Jr. Dude is a solid player. I mean, he got the NBA body and all that, man. You just could bring him along. All right, so DC, any other guys you want to talk about in terms of the guards? Isaiah Collier is another dude, man. I was watching film on Isaiah Collier. He's about 6'2", but very solid player. They call him the tank, built like a tank.
I don't know, man. I see something there, but with Isaiah Collier, just how dynamic he is, or as attacking, but he can't shoot. It's just, I don't know, man. There's something about him turn him off. I think he would work for me because I think his shot will take a while to come because he's able to kind of get where he wants and do what he wants, with his athletic gifts. And I don't know, man. If he does wind up being able to shoot, though, I could see him turning into a very good player. I just don't think this will work out very well for the Pelicans. I don't know what it is. I don't think he will work out well for the Pelicans. I'm not a fan of any guards that can't shoot at this point.
He shot 34% from downtown, and he shoots almost 56%. I want to say 56, 57% from the field. But, like I said, a lot of his thing is he's a
he's below 70% from the free throw line, bro. Like I don't need a penetrating guard. Can we bring up your boy from the G League then? Like,
you're talking about
Sebron.
Darion
Sebron.
Come on,
Shades
man.
of Darion Sebron right here.
No, brother. That dude.
I mean, this dude, he got something to him, bro. I don't think we would. He's the right position and give him what he needs to turn into what he could turn into, man. And I don't think it'd be a good return for us. But I see somebody like Ryan Dunn as somebody we take and be able to get something out of him. Not saying that's what I want us to do, but if they picked Ryan Dunn at 21, I almost wouldn't be shocked. If let's say we pull off a trade before draft night to get a big, and we don't have no good backup rotational big that we want, I could definitely see the Pelicans taking Ryan Dunn. Ryan Dunn is
Yes.
basically the modern version of Herb Jones, man. I mean, you got a dude. Oh, he's listed as a forward. Man, it's crazy. Some people list him as a guard. That's why I didn't mention him as a forward. But yeah, you got a dude, man, who's a forward. This dude is 2.3 blocks a game.
Mm-hmm.
He's listed as a small forward. He's 6'6", and he gets 1.3 steals a game on top of that. Defensively, man, he do everything you want to do. If there was this hypothetical trade, because I hear all this stuff, would you trade Herb or would you not or whatever, and we got some superstar or whatever we got, and we traded Herb, I could bet your bottom dollar with 21 roller rock we'd be drafting Ryan Dunn. He looks like him. We worked him out too.
Mm-hmm.
He's very athletic, getting to the rim. You know what I'm saying? Getting out on the break. He does all of that. But guess what, Q? You know what his problem is, right?
You can't shoot.
Running theme here tonight. Can't shoot. He can't shoot, Q.
Yeah.
Can't shoot. Not very good shooter at all. But outside of that, I mean, he does everything else. I mean, literally, he does everything else. Good rebounder. You know what I'm saying? Good team player. He got a little bit of facilitation ability, nothing crazy. He's a very good cutter. You know what I'm saying? Just can't shoot.
Well,
Cannot shoot, man.
he would be a special player to pick up if Freddie V was still here. So I mean, but
You talking about what's the guy that's in the top 10? Carter.
Yeah.
Carter. Man, if this guy had Carter's offensive ability and shots, got another top 5 prospect.
Yeah.
But we can say that about a lot of these guys. Being honest, man, you want taking mismatch parts of their game. You can say that. But what about Tyler Khalid? Marquette, the point guard. They got him listed as a pure playmaker, man, ranked at 21. So he's ranked right at 21. How would you feel about him, man? Dude averages 7 assists a game, 38% from the three-point line. 15 points a game on 60% true shooting. But he's 6'1".
And that's the
He's
thing.
6'1", and he does not fit Willie's switch-all system because he ain't playing the liquid defense at all.
Nah. He's a player. They got Jalen Brunson and Goran Dragic up there. And I've watched Tyler play.
I don't see Jalen Brunson.
I don't see
think
that.
they're doing him a lot of. I don't know how he get hyped like that. I did think he was very good though, but I don't see Jalen Brunson or Gordon Dragic. He don't have that athleticism to be either one of those.
Tyler Kolek. He has he got a good basketball IQ.
Yeah, he's very smart.
Very smart, and you have to be if you're 6'1", playing among the Giants. But he's 6'1", about 200 pounds. He makes some really good passes. I remember seeing him pass. He's a team guy as well. He will hit the shot if he had no problem. If you give him space, he will hit the shot. He will take the big shots if you need him to. But like I said, yeah,
that shot is slow though. You gotta get that shot a little faster at 6'1".
True, but he shoots almost 39.
You let him get it off, it's going in.
Yeah, he shoots well, 39% from downtown, 8 rebounds a game, 5 assists in true, and he shoots 60% from the field. So he knows how to play the game. It's just, the athleticism is another thing, but he gives you everything that he got. It's a full out effort dude of Tyler Kolek. But Kolek will pull up and knock that shot down. He will drive and distribute the ball, has a high basketball IQ, sees the floor really well. So, I don't know if he's the guy. I don't think if the Pelicans were in search of a point guard, I don't know. There are other better options, but I wouldn't be mad if Tyler was a guy that you picked up for your basketball team. I mean, he is. Yeah. He can set the table. Usually when you look at who's the next big European sensation, and a lot of people had this. He's
supposed to be the next prodigy, man. That's what a lot of people are saying.
I know that's the buzz on it. He shoots almost 31% of contests, 14.5 points per game.
But that's the Euro League though, Q. So you can't trip off the percentages over there, but it's a lot harder how they play.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I never was big on the Cola topic, but
I think he could be a starting point guard
he
for
slid
sure.
down. He could be whose point guard?
He better than Josh. He better than Josh Giddey.
I don't know about all that,
No,
brother.
I'm just saying. I think he can be a starting point guard in the league from what I saw. His defense, obviously, with a lot of those European guards, that's always the issue, right? But offensively, man, it's a lot to like about him, bro. He looks like a kind of not quite a pass first point guard, but he's extremely balanced in passing first, taking a shot. I seen him hit some awesome 3-point shots off the dribble,
He
catch
can
and
shoot.
shoot. I know
Yeah,
he
he,
shoots 30%, but it's kind of deceptive from what I saw on tape. He gets in the lane, man. He can finish around the basket. He finished it with both hands. I don't know, man. It'll all be all about how he transitions to the NBA, man. I actually like Nikola Topic. I'm hoping a team like the Thunder doesn't draft him, but that's probably exactly what's going to happen. That's why they got rid of Josh Giddey. But if some reason he did slip down the board, you would be upset about the Pels because he does have I think he tore his ACL or MCL, so he's probably going to have to sit a while before he's able to play. Would you be upset about the Pels drafting him if he was sitting there at 21?
uh, well, I wouldn't like it, to be honest with you, because we need some help protecting the rim. But in terms of his potential as a point guard who can shoot the 3-point and distribute the ball, I wouldn't be too terribly upset with that. I mean, he does fit a need if they don't pull off a trade for a established guy. It wouldn't be the look that you're looking for if you're trying to pair a superstar with Zion. That's a whole nother thing. But I would rather them to go big here. Then again, like if you can get Nikola Topic, like I said, I'm not very big on Topic, but he is very talented. To be honest with you, he is a very talented player. So I guess I wouldn't be too mad. I wouldn't be too mad on it. But
Sherman.
Shireman.
So he's ranked it as at 31, man. Versatile shooter who can drain threes from pretty much a lot of different places beyond the arc. How you feel about that?
He can score. Got good size, 6'6". I seen some film on him in terms of like his defense. I don't know about his defense, but the dude can. I remember seeing some limited footage on him, but he can shoot. He can distribute the ball, but his defense is not all that. But like I said, I don't know. You saying at 21 getting this guy Baylor at 21? I don't know. The knock on him is that he's not very
Pretty
athletic.
much another shooter that we wouldn't use.
Yeah, and Willie wouldn't play him anyway because he can't play defense. His defense is not all that. But he can shoot the ball, and he can pass the ball. But in terms of him playing defense, nah, this dude wouldn't see the floor.
Well, I think maybe Doc Ock's philosophy is if he can get rid of all of Willie's defensive guys except for a few and surround them with a bunch of offensive guys, he won't have a choice but to play.
I don't think he's doing that.
So Willie gonna run a 7-man rotation?
It'd be better for him just to be honest and just tell Willie, listen, man, you need to be better than what you are.
You don't think he did that?
I don't know. Not well enough.
David Griffin came out and said we're extremely high on Jordan Hawkins for the future, what he can be and do, and da 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 da.
And that's
you don't think David Griffin was campaigning for Jordan Hawkins to get more minutes?
If he did what he was supposed to do, Jordan Hawkins would have got those minutes. So I know David Griffin is Willie Green's boss, and if David Griffin,
but we did win 49 games, so I could see the man taking hands off a little bit because we're for the most part winning. So you don't think that winning could have played a part in that equation of him not pulling the trump card, forcing him to put Jordan Hawkins in?
Yeah, that's a part of it because that's what it's all about with David Griffin is collecting enough wins to keep doing what he's doing. I mean, our could the Pelican Nation could be really certain that the Pelicans are actually making moves that'll put them in a championship. I mean, that's the whole thing. Like if you competing in the NBA and all these other teams are literally pulling off trades mid-season to acquire talent so that they can improve like what Dallas did. Dallas made a series of mid-season trades to change what they look like at the start of the season. Move like they are a team that has like 16, 17, 18 championships on trophies on their mantle. I mean, they have no sense of urgency in terms of putting the correct team together to compete for a chip. I think just basically what David Griffin is doing right now is just he operates with this energy like we've got it figured out, and they have a lot of stuff going on. So, like I said, there are a lot of prospects out there that can help this team, but like you still got to be true to who your head coach is. You can't pick players
Yeah.
that the coach is not going to identify with, and you shouldn't be picking players. Period. Without your head coach, the head coach should be the guy that's making the decision on what players that he wants to play in his team, not David Griffin. That's the problem we
Mhm.
had with Kyra Lewis Jr. when we blew that pick. That kind of crap. That can't be going, man. We can't be having that kind of nonsense. They have to let Willie Green up in there and let him pick the players that he needs to operate the system that he needs to operate. And of course, Willie Green has to improve as well. So, that's my take on it. But all right, DC,
All
let's
right.
let's
Well,
let's
what about we got to talk about
give me
some other news and wrap that up. And I'll give you one more player,
one
but
more
it
play.
ties into what if the Trail Pelicans actually trade and get to pick 13 or pick 3? Will we take a guy, depending if we got our big back, will we take a guy like Rob Dillingham? I've been hearing a lot about him, particularly dropping, out of that top 10 slot, maybe into the team somewhere. Um, I don't think a team like San Antonio would pass him up, but I could see it if they did draft like Reed Shepard. I could see them not drafting both of those guys, obviously, right? But I definitely see San Antonio picking one of them because he's projected to go 8. I mean, you think Pop will pass him up? But if he did, you got a dude here, stream ball handling, man. 44% from 3-point line. That's on 5 attempts.
I know he's
Damn near
on.
60%. 5.2 points. A lot of people compare him. They say his shades of Lou Williams and Bones Highlands. I see Kyrie Irving a little bit. Not saying he's the next Kyrie Irving, but I could see that comp more than Lou Williams to me. Um, you talking about a dude who's just his athletic gifts are crazy, man. If the
Yeah,
game, this dude can figure out how to slow the game down and actually slow down and use his speed more, he'll take his whole playmaking and scoring to a completely another level.
right.
He's got a flow in the game. He can hit from behind the arc, moving. Um, Definitely has some facilitation to him as you would want from a guy being point guard, obviously. But him and Reed Shepard shared those abilities, so it's curious to see how much further he could go with that without sharing the backcourt with another amazing player like Reed Shepard. Um, Everything about him I like, other than the fact that he's 6'1", 164 pounds. You got the whole Allen Iverson thing going on. Um, Very, very good player, man, offensively, but gonna get picked on the defensive end. You got that whole issue there with having a small guard. How would you feel if the Pels traded up and this was the actual guy that we took?
Man, Rob Dillingham's game is awesome, man. I mean, like you said, I mean, he's phenomenal. Just electric in a bottle. His game.
Mhm.
Um,
Most dynamic player in the draft to me.
yeah, he is, man, special. And you mentioned Allen Iverson with I don't know if I would say
He's the
Rob.
body type. Body type. I'm not saying
Yeah,
he played like
yeah,
AI.
no. I see it because I see his crossover game, his
Fast as
ability
hell.
to change direction. He could pass. He could take you off the dribble, pull up shots, falling away, contorting his body. Um, when I first seen Dillingham play, his game reminded me of another point guard that a lot of people forgot about when he first came in the game, and it's so much of his game reminds me of Brandon Jennings, like how smooth and how
Really?
right.
I
When
think he's
Brandon,
a little more electric than Brandon Jennings.
no, his offensive game reminds me of Brandon Jennings. Now you talk about him explosive, dunking on people. That's a different element altogether. But he's the straight smoothness of how he scores. He's not afraid to play among the trees. But yeah, man, I like a lot of this kid. Tough kid. And listen, got a big heart. Doesn't back away from a challenge. And like I said, man, it's just the dude is awesome, man. 6'1", got ups for days. Shoots the three, inside outside game is phenomenal. And like I said, 6'1", 164, and that's pretty much with Jennings. What Jennings was so good before he got drafted. Remember, he went and played in Europe for a year, and then when that was over with, they drafted him. I think he was either third or fourth. Milwaukee took him, and he was just an explosive offensive player. And shifty quick. But Dillingham is more physical than Brandon Jennings. But I do like the fact that the kid is awesome. He would bring excitement to the point guard position for the Pelicans. He would excite things, and I wouldn't be upset at all if Dillingham would be the guy that they pick. I wouldn't be upset by that, because you know what you're getting with this kid. This kid is from floor to floor DC, gets buckets fast, he'll steal the ball, and he'll be one of the fastest players on the floor. He would be everything that you wanted Kyra to be. That's what Rob Dillingham would be. He was everything that you wanted Kyra Lewis Jr. to be. You wanted Kyra to have heart. This kid have heart. He takes the shots. He'll shoot in the guy. He pull up shots in the guy's face, contorting his body, falling away, hitting shots, getting, taking it among the trees, difficult shots, running up against guys and looping the ball up under them for layups and all this kind of stuff, and then getting to the foul line, hitting the shots. And like I said, he was electric for Kentucky last year, and he'll be big for the Pelicans. So I don't see Rob Dillingham falling out of the top 10, to be honest with you, because he's a phenomenal talent that if he falls to the Pelicans at 21, or like you said, if you move up to a certain area to go and get Dillingham, I would not be upset if the Pelicans couldn't land the point guard that they wanted, and this would be, or they decided, hey man, this guy could be the guy because we want to get away from Jose Alvarado. We want somebody like this guy, like a guy that would just cram it on your head and dunk and do that type of stuff. That would be pretty cool to have, man, to have a point guard that could be able to do that. You have Zion over here and all this kind of stuff. It would be pretty cool to have Rob Dillingham. I just don't think it'll happen. But I like the kid a lot, man. Special player.
Subscribe now and stay up to date for all things New Orleans Pelicans.